Good day, Farshad. It's very nice to see you again. How are you doing?
Good day, Doug. How are you?
I'm well. It's beautiful weather here in Vancouver. And yeah, again, I'd like to thank you for agreeing to this little Q&A session. My way of introduction, my name is Doug Brown. I'm a large shareholder in the Doubleview Gold Corporation, and I'm here speaking with Doubleview's president, Mr. Farshad Shirvani. So I already said hello, but I'll say hello again. All right.
Hello to everyone for me too.
And so, just not specific to what we're going to talk about, but I noticed that the great copper price movement this week went up to 440 a pound. So, what's your thoughts about that? As a geologist talking about copper?
Yes, actually, it's well expected. It hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
I expected this to happen. It's a long time overdue, but I believe the copper price is going to go really high because of the US economy hasn't started yet, and they're going to inject $4 trillion into the economy, and they're coming to a conclusion. I believe the positive talk in the United States Senate was the key to this, and is just the start. Next week, I will see it even going higher, I believe.
I think as well, I'm noticing the price of gasoline going up, and I just think that when anybody in the world sees the price of gas going up, they think, is there another way that we could drive our cars? And I think that just directly affects the copper price as well, quite honestly.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, look, we want to keep this discussion really tight for today. Before we get into the talk, I wanted to just talk about sports for a little bit, Farshad. Now, I told you that I grew up in Toronto, but I moved to Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin, when I was young, a town called Racine, just south of Milwaukee. And my Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA championship this week. So I don't want to talk about that specifically, but I was really excited to see their point guard, Jrue Holiday, doing so well. You might have seen him on the court. He's number 21, Farshad.
Absolutely. I watched him. I watched all 6 games.
Number
All of them.
Number 21 was all over the field. And also, the Green Bay Packers are from Wisconsin. And one of my favorite players was Charles Woodson,
Yes.
Heisman Trophy winner out of Michigan. He also happened to have number 21. How about that? And I moved from Toronto in '77 when the Leafs were doing pretty well, and their star defenseman was Boreas Salming, also wearing number 21. So there's lots of 21s in my world this week. What about you, Farshad? Has the number 21 appeared for you this week?
Yes, it rings a bell. It's one of our best drill holes that we had, and very exciting. I just say it had very good amount of scandium in it.
Well, I was thinking more of the atomic number of a certain element. Scandium. That's where I was getting at, Farshad. So
Yes.
21, of course. So
Yes.
but on that, so you released your press release on Scandium just this week. I was not expecting that. I was very glad to see it. Can you just elaborate on the press release in a couple ways? One, can you just talk about Scandium? Like, what's it used for? Why is it beneficial? And then also, just could you elaborate on the press release itself? It was so interesting.
Yes, it's we worked on Scandium for about a long time. I don't have an exact date, but it's about 4 or 5 months ago when I looked at the news release came out of China, and they said they have made a Scandium-based battery that recharges in 6 minutes. And then Russia did the same thing. About a couple of months after that, they said they made the same thing. Plus, now the space agencies are going, sending all kind of normal people to the space, and they need scandium most probably to use it for their all the astronauts and things they use, and also the spaceship or whatever they call it. Each one calls it something. That made it very substantial. Plus, scandium is used in low percentage to add strength to aluminum to be light and as strong as steel. That makes it really valuable. Scandium is very expensive when it comes to really original grade, but it comes with different combinations out. It's very important right now, nowadays. So that caught my attention. So I asked the metallurgist to work on it. And it's a long turned that we were working on it. And until last week, I received the report. When I received the report, uh, I needed that to add it to our reports, and nothing you can do. It's a material change. We have to
Okay.
issue a news release on all cobalt, copper, gold, palladium, plus the scandium and rhodium. They're center of our attention now.
Can you give us any timing on that, Farshad, if possible? Are we
Uh,
talking a couple months or weeks?
No, we're very close to it. We are going to issue the assay results.
Okay.
There are several steps to it, and I can just say we're going to do it ASAP.
Okay. That's great. I mean, there's the Doubleview is so interesting because it started off as a gold mine and then, or a gold property. Then it evolved to copper. You found a 4 billion potential ton ore, ore system. When you started drilling and you found all kinds of good stuff in addition to really good amounts of copper. And that's where you started seeing things like the scandium and rhodium and cobalt is exciting. So it's great to have you circle back and kind of close the loop on a lot of these exciting releases that you made late last year and then earlier in this year. So we're all looking forward to that very much. Okay.
Yes, the area was known to be a gold at the beginning when the first prospector found the gold on it, and then added the copper to it, then added cobalt to it. We knew they are on the property, but we didn't know the extent of that. And then as gradually we moved, now we know this project is polymetallic, and all those elements in whatever amount they add a very significant value to every, let's say, cubic meter that
Right.
we're looking for.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because you keep finding new and interesting, metals, right? So the cobalt was the first, non-copper, non-gold metal, and now scandium, et cetera. So I just wanted to make sure everybody is focused on the fact this is a copper, based porphyry, although now it's clearly polymetallic and much more interesting. But the underlying, porphyry is a copper system. So I think anything else that you wanted to speak about, just in specific to our relation to scandium, et cetera?
The key element in all these elements that we have in the polymetallic is, are they recoverable? If
Okay.
they are recoverable, then we can announce them. And that's very important in recoverability. Otherwise, there's no value to them. That's
Okay.
what we did in the past few months. Still, we got a couple of steps moving forward. One of them is because we don't have the assay results. One of them is rhodium. We never tested that for rhodium in the past. Now we know we have it, and we got to get that into our work plan going forward. And the other one is the scandium. Scandium, I can't disclose what we're doing, but I'm very excited of what our metallurgist is planning for that.
Okay. Okay. So no details on the roadmap, but you'll be speaking about that in more detail, it sounds like.
If we're gonna have a roadmap, initial roadmap, that what we're gonna do in the future, of course, and we're gonna announce it too, because it's very important for our shareholders to know that what we're doing in next little while and what our plans are. And then I'm hoping in about 4 or 5 months or 6 months, we have a major news release to announce over all the things we've done in the past 2 years.
Okay. Well, that'll be exciting just to see closure, because you've had so many developments and releases over the last year, I guess even 2 years. It'd be good to see closure on some of these previous releases. So that's great. Thanks a lot. Hey, getting off the topic specifically of mining, I just want to talk about the Tahltan central government. So you signed a communication agreement. That was great. What's happening with the Tahltan? What's your relationship like with them? Realizing it's been just a week or two since the CA was signed.
Yes, I'm pleased to say that we have started a great relationship. We are working together, and we're supporting the community in all the things. Especially, they have recently communicated with us, Mr. Chad Day, and asked us to participate in a program. Coincidentally, it's called HAT program,
Really?
Healthy Active tall tans
Okay.
that we're going to definitely participate. And I'm pleased to
Hmm.
say that we're going really, really close to each other and getting a new start. And I appreciate him that he has looked at Doubleview, and this communication is getting to be, really going really normal.
All right. Well, that is just fantastic to hear, Farshad. So again,
Yes.
thanks for working so hard, and thanks to Chad Normanday and the Tall Central Government for reaching out and signing that communication agreement with Doubleview. All right. Farshad, I think that's all that I can really ask today. It was great to see the results and the presence of scandium and rhodium, et cetera, in the press release from just the day before. And all you said just now just is really exciting. We're looking to more and more information forthcoming from yourself on behalf of Doubleview. So I want to thank you.
Yes. Thank you. I add to it. I'm very excited about the scandium. I believe scandium is very significant for us in the short term and in the long term. That's very important. About the rhodium, I was really ecstatic once we sent the last waste material of the metallurgy and we assayed it. We found the rhodium is in there and iridium and other things.
Hmm.
It's remained to be announced, but I'm really excited about those, and I believe it's going to add a lot of value for our shareholders.
All right. Well, I'm one of those shareholders, and I'm looking forward to it.
Of course. Thank you.
Thanks again, Farshad, and I'm sure that we'll speak fairly soon. Okay.
Of course. Yes. Thank you, Doug, for having me here. Thank you.
Every-
Bye bye.
Wonderful. Thank you, Farshad.